Welcome the EBSB weather forecast. Day 1, 19th of October. Now we're going with the weather forecast with Lincoln.
Thank you, Swami, and good afternoon to everybody. Let's take a look outside. The natural storms occurring are snowstorms and blizzards that may occur. The altitude is 0 feet. The longitude is minus 156.79. The latitude is 71.29, and the season is autumn. So first, we're going to start with the air pressure. The air pressure is 10,2500 HPA. As you can see in here, the winds are blowing really hard today. So, if you want to know what the cloud coverage is, it looks like it has an 82% of cloud coverage. As you can see, it's kind of a lot, but not a lot. If you would like to go fishing today, I will tell you how humidity is doing right now. It is 78 to 96%. So the humidity is 78 to 96%, and it's gonna be muggy. Also, you're really lucky to be watching us because we're telling you about the precipitation in Boro. The precipitation is 0.9 millimeters. Already 10 centimeters of snow on the ground. Whoa, quick joke. What do you get when you sit on the snow too long? Polaroids. Haha. That was a good one. Wasn't it, Sangin?
Yeah.
Well, now the sunlight in Boro, we're getting a lot closer to winter season. And we only have 7 hours and 41 minutes per day. Whoa, that's not very much. That is very little. Now, another joke. Getting a job in Alaska in the winter is great. Why? When the days get short, you only have to work a 30-minute work week. Something, what do you think about that?
I think it's very excellent.
Funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, thanks. Well, now getting serious. So far, the visibility is 16 kilometers. That is really good for us. If you're planning to fly a kite with your child, the wind direction is headed to the northeast. And the wind speed is 23 kilometers per hour. That is not very much. The wind speed. And now, the time that you have been waiting for. The temperature. The temperature is minus 17.2 centigrades. Oof, that is really cold. Well, now it's time to go. So if you're planning on doing outdoor activities, be careful.
See you next time, guys. We hope you enjoyed it. Day 2, 20 of October.
Good morning. Now we will start the weather forecast with Sunbeam Park.
And today's air pressure is 1022 HPA, which is lower than yesterday. And let's see the wind direction. The wind direction is, as you see, is northeast. The wind speed is 25 km per hour. And let's see the cloud coverage. The cloud coverage is 87%, which is going up and up each day. And if cloud coverage is 87%, you will have a lot of chance to snow. So wear a jacket. And let's see the precipitation. It's 1 millimeter, which is very high. There's many snow in the ground, so it's very hard to walk around. And the humidity is 75 to 98%, which is very high, kind of high than yesterday. And the sunlight times is 6:54 hours, which is very short than yesterday. And visibility is 15 kilometer, so you can see that far away, and the temperature is minus 15.4 Celsius. It's very cold, so when you're going to out, you can use jacket and some sweater, so you can like cover the cold and wind. I think it's time to finish up, so see you next time.
See you next time, and hope you enjoyed our show.
Day 3, 21st of October. Thanks for following us. Let's start the weather forecast with Nikki.
Yeah, thanks, Simon. Now with the weather forecast for the 21st of October. So the air pressure for today is 10,1700.
Well, that's nice to hear.
That is kind of a fair weather for today. Yeah, it is nice to hear. So the cloud coverage for today is about 90%. That means that there are a lot of clouds. There is a chance of rain and a chance of snow. It is going to be pretty chilly out there today. So wear coats and winter jackets. The humidity is from a 77% to a 93%. It will feel sticky or muggy outside today. So I think that this weather conditions are now good to go and lay outside and play with your friends. The precipitation is 0.8 millimeters. There is also already 9 centimeters of snow on the ground. The sunlight is going to 6:45 p.m. No, like the hours. The visibility is 13 kilometers. And the moment that you've been waiting for is the temperature. The temperature is going to be minus 14.7 centigrades. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Please watch us next time. See you soon. Day 4, 22nd of October.
To show your weather for today, we will start with Sunday.
Today's wind pressure is 1019 HPA, which is very fair weather, and the temperature is minus 11.3 Celsius, and even the wind speed is 27 km per hour, and it came from north. Today is very cold day, isn't it, Enrique?
Yes, it is.
I totally agree with you. And now let's see with the humidity. Today's humidity is 71 to 89%. And it feels very muggy. And the visibility is 17 kilometers, so we cannot see very well fog as other day. And the precipitation is 1.3 millimeter, which is already 12 centimeter of snow on the ground. Now let's see the cloud coverage. Cloud coverage is 92%, and that is and that's why we had a lot of the precipitation. And the sunlight hour is 6 hours and 20 minutes, which is very low. It is going lower and lower until 0 hours. And I think by the temperature and the wind speed, I think it's very hard to go outside. So I don't suggest you to go outside like outside. I think it's time to finish up. Thank you.
Thank you for watching it, and now it's time to say goodbye, and see you tomorrow.
Day 5, 23rd of October. Hello, I am Sangbin, and I'm going to tell you the weather of the Bora, Alaska with my awesome partner, Enrique.
Thanks, Sungbin. For the air pressure for day 5, it is 1,021 100 HVA. I think that is a fair amount of weather. Not too hot, not too cold. So it means that the weather is going to be fine for today.
Yes, I agree with you, Aniket. So if you're curious for the cloud coverage, it is about 96 percentage on the sky. That is a lot. I do not think that it is going to be really sunny, but the good thing is that we will have a good amount of high pressure. Now the humidity is 75 to 87 percentage. I think that is a fair amount of humidity.
If you want to know about the precipitation for day 5, it is 1.5 millimeters as you can see. Already 13 centimeters of snow on the ground. That means that there is a lot of snow on the ground, so you should wear boots. It has started to snow more, like you can see here. Rise and shine, because the sunlight is going to be over at 5:56. It has been decreasing. Like 5:56 in the last day. On Tuesday it's 6:20. Monday 6:45. Sunday 6:54. Saturday 7:41.
So everything is decreasing.
It is way earlier than the other days. So if you have to do anything, you better go do it after our weather forecast.
Oh, then really early. Well, now moving on the visibility. So if you're wondering what is it, it means that as far you can see is 11 kilometers. It's not very much.
If you can see, it has been increasing more or less. Because first, more or less,
It's decreasing,
kind of
increasing and decreasing.
This is the most visibility that we had on Tuesday. So that is day 4.
Yeah. And the wind direction is the northeast. So you should wear coats and jackets for the wind and cold.
Hello again, and now for the last 2 things. The wind speed is 30 kilometers per hour. So wear coats and jackets. And for the last weather news, it is temperature. The temperature for today is kind of chilly. It is minus 10.6 Celsius. So that is all, folks. Hope that you were glad and had a great time watching us.
Thank you for watching us, and now see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello again. And the distribution of sunlight for the entire year in your climate location in relation to the sun throughout the year. The distribution of sunlight, it depends on the month because in January it is very near the sun, so it has 24 hours of sunlight. And in December it is far away from the sun, so it has 0 hours of sunlight. The climate location is it depends on the month also because it is located very high north. So it can be very near the sun or very far away from the sun. Now I will tell you about the polar easterlies. The polar easterlies, about 60 degrees latitude in both hemispheres, the prevailing westerlies join with the polar easterlies to reduce upward motion. The polar easterlies form when the atmosphere over the poles cools. This cool air then sinks and spreads over the surface. As the air flows away from the poles, it is turned to the west by the Coriolis effect. Again, because these winds begin in the east, they are called easterlies. The polar easterlies can affect our weather by making it windier in the area. It can also make it snow a lot. It can also make it go below zero. How do these global wind belts affect weather? Global wind belts have a predictable trend for each season. Once a season changes, they tend to move to bring warmer weather, north or colder weather south. These movements can cause extreme storms. storms that will cause climatic and sudden weather changes to an area's weather pattern. Identify and describe typical air masses in your area and make a connection between these air masses and the weather you're experiencing. Meriden polar in Boreal, Alaska. These air masses will come from the ocean. They can bring fog, rain, so that's why we have high level of humidity in our graph. Identify and describe typical fronts in your area and make a connection between these fronts and weather you're experiencing in your area. Stationary fronts in Boreal, Alaska. This front brings several days of cloudy, so that's why we have a high level of cloud coverage in our graph. For the last two things, describe the hours of daylight during each month and compare that with the angle of sun hitting your climate zone. The hours of daylight starts 24 hours in January and it goes lower in December. It becomes 0 hours. And the angle might be 21 degrees, so which is very low angle and very low hours of daylight. Do ocean currents affect the weather climate zone you're researching, and how? Ocean currents affect the climate because it takes far more energy to change temperature of water than land or air. Water warms up because of much more slowly than land. The area and land breeze. Also, because we're in Alaska, there is cold ocean currents, which would make Boreal colder